Test 1 2 1 2. So first off, if I start coughing in this thing, I will straight up apologize. Apparently, I have acute bronchitis, but this isn't gonna stop me from doing my box office predictions. And it looks like we have some new ones to do. And let's just get started. Again, if I start coughing drastically, I'm so sorry. Let's make sure this is still good. All right, let's do this together. All right. So again, Blue Futon, if I talk quietly, I'm so sorry, like I said. All right, let's look at, excuse me for that burp, picture. What box office, Gold Derby has is Sinner, Hamnet, Murray Supreme, Frankenstein. It's just an accident. One Battle, Sentimental, Train Dreams, Secret Agent, Begonia. So I have One Battle, Marty, Hamnet, Sinners, Begonia, Sentimental, No Other Choice. It was just an accident, Frankenstein, and Secret Agent. I got Secret Agent at 100 to 1, so that's crazy in the membrane. The only main change is No Other Choice in Train Dreams. I think I'm going to have to finally get rid of No Other Choice. It did come out on Christmas, and it did pretty good, but I just think... Sorry for the cough. Like I said, acute bronchitis. That I just think is not going to happen anymore, which is a complete bummer. To me, Train Dreams, this is a fine film through and throughout. I mean, nothing more, nothing less, in my opinion. I know some people absolutely love the movie, but to me, it's just a fine film. But it does look like Train Dreams has a better chance than it was just an accident. So there is my choices. It's going to go One Battle, Marty, Hamnet, Sinners, Begonia, Sentimental, Accident, Frankenstein, Secret Agent, and Train Dreams. All right, save and go next. According to director, it's Paul Thomas, Ryan Coogler, Zhao, Panahi, and Trier. I have to get rid of Park Chan-wook. Like I said, I think No Other Choice is a goner now. Which movie was better? If I start coughing, I'm sorry. Durhar or Avatar 3? Oh, come on, you know that choice. It wasn't Avatar 3. I can promise you that. Avatar 3 was a fine film, but it was literally Avatar Way of Water 2.5. Like, I was expecting way more fire and ash. I didn't get fire and ash for Avatar 3, but for Duhandan... Sorry for that cough. Duhandar, I loved the story, and I loved what it was trying to do, and trying to have a realistic just look at terrorism in that part of the world, and I really did enjoy that film through and throughout. All right, for some reason, I am still not feeling sentimental value for being a... But Chloe Zhao also is kind of dropping for me, in my opinion. Something about Hamnet is dropping a little bit. Finally got your notification for Oscar rundown. Woo woo! I mean, finally something went right? So I still think Panahi, for some reason, might get the Oscar because everything happened in Iran and everything happened in the world, right? If I could only mute this somehow, if every time I cough, is that... Maybe I could just do that instead. See if I'll push this button back and forth, see if it works for you guys instead of me just coughing off screen. Because I'm so sorry for that. Like I said, acute bronchitis, it sucks, but I'm going through this. To me, honestly, Safdie or Guillermo del Toro has a very solid chance again this Oscar nomination. The reason I say that is Supreme, Marty Supreme is doing fantastic in the box office. Absolutely fantastic. However, del Toro is a huge box office, people love him at the Academy, but I am going to have to go with Josh Safdie on this one. I have a gut feeling on this one, so let's continue and go next. All right, actress. It's, according to Gold Derby, Rose Byrne is in the lead now. Jessie Buckley, Renard Reinsfeld, Emma Stone, Chase Infinity. I do not believe in Chase Infinity still. I'm sorry, I just can't do it. To me, One Battle After Another is one of the most overrated features of the year. That's my question. I do think Wicked is gone, though, so I'll put it there. I still think Buckley has the best chance of winning the Oscar, though. For the fifth spot, To me, it's going to be Amanda Seyfried or Kate Hudson, but Amanda Seyfried and Desmond of Anna Lee has not been doing good whatsoever. Also, but you could also say it could be a Kristen Stewart, where that's how she gets in. So that's a good question. I don't know what to do with this one, but I do not have faith in Chase Infinity getting this Best Actress spot. I just don't feel it. So it's either going to be Kate Hudson or Amanda Seyfried. From what? Sorry about that. Again, acute bronchitis. I'll say it every time. I'm getting through this. They're having me on some steroids to just get my lungs better. But I'm doing this for all y'all. Amanda Seyfried or Kate Hudson. My gut feeling is probably going to be Amanda Seyfried because she's been nominated, but Kate Hudson is kind of a Oscar darling. Why? I mean, Song Sung Blue has been doing decent in the box office, but let's just go with Amanda Seyfried to be safe. I could change it to Kate Hudson in 2 weeks when I do this again, but we don't know, right? All right. Oh, snap. That went way too quick. I double-clicked. I'm so sorry. So let's go back to actor. And according to Gold Derby, it's Leo, Timothy, Michael B. Jordan, Wagner Moura, and Ethan Hawke. I do have to take no other choice out and Jesse Plemons, even though I think Jesse Plemons deserves it through in and throughout. To me, Michael B. Jordan played Michael B. Jordan, but it sounds like he's going to get in, so I'll put it in there. And I do think Ethan Hawke has a better chance than Joe Edgerton. I think Blue Moon was a fantastic film. If you haven't seen Blue Moon, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. But I think that's where we're going to go. I still think Timothée Chalamet will win. I think Michael B. Jordan, he's just getting in because the movie's getting in. I'm sorry, he played himself. I just don't. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, but I just don't feel like that's an Oscar-nominated performance at all. Robert Pattinson did a better job. According to Gold Derby for supporting actress, China Taylor, Amy Madigan, Inga Absdottir, Liza, shut! Don't even try to say that again. Sorry, Eli Fanning and Ariana Grande. I do not have faith in Ariana Grande. I have faith in Sinners. Wumi Makomu, I know I'm saying her name right, is going to get in. Gwyneth Paltrow, I will have to take her out. It feels like the Marty Supreme girls are just not getting the love. But I'll put it in the second sentimental value girl in, even though I feel like maybe it's just me that something about sentimental value is kind of just being quiet now. But that's just my personal opinion. Let's keep those for that. I still have Amy Madigan winning with China Taylor, Eli Fanning, Muzuku, and Inga. I do have Amy Madigan on my app to actually put money on her. So I'll show you guys what I have in my Call She app. So you know that I'm actually putting money where my math is. See, I have Timothée Chalamet winning, but I also have Wagner Moura just to be safe. And then I have Panahi as well as Amy Madigan winning. I do think I'm going to have to put Wumbi for getting the Oscar nomination at least. I think that might get me some good money. But it does look like I'm going to get some decent money. I really need Amy Madigan to win. If she wins, that's like a $200 jackpot for me. So that would be pretty nice. All right, let's continue on to the next one. Best Supporting Actor, Stellan Skarsgård, Paul Mescal, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Jacob Elordi are the top 5. I still think Sinners has a chance to get in here. However, I am going to have to go with Frankenstein. He's gained a lot more love, so I think he's going to get in there. I still think Skarsgård has a better chance of winning Del Toro, personally. That's just my, hey, what's up, Jeremy? Liberstat 7836. What's going on? I'll just let you know again, if I start coughing, acute bronchitis, I'm getting over it, so I'm sorry. Something about this, like, if you really watch one after another again, Sean Penn is the better actor. However, he plays a South Park character, in my opinion. Benicio del Toro, he's just kind of there to be there and say, drink a beer, be the quiet guy. I just don't see how that's a Oscar performance. Stellan Skarsgård does a fine job. Again, this is a weak category to me. I know that sounds weird for some people, but I do think Best Supporting Actor is a very weak category this year, just because nothing is really pushing me. Like, honest to God truth, I would choose Paul Mescal. He does the best with Hamnet, with the emotions and things like that. But that's just my personal opinion. But this is what we're going to go with supporting actor right here. All right, next one, we have Best Adapted Screenplay. According to Gold Derby, it's Hamnet, One Battle, Begonia, Train Dreams, and No Other Choice. I have Frankenstein over Train Dreams. I think that is going to have to change. Train Dreams is doing a pretty good job. I mean, I thought Train Dreams was a fine film. Nothing more, nothing less, in my opinion. I thought it did what it was supposed to do, but it just didn't, like, hit me emotionally like it did with other people. But it is what it is. We'll go from there. But I think those 5 are pretty solid guesses. Wake Up Dead Man is not going to happen anymore. I do think No Other Choice does have the best bet in this one, but let's just continue on with this one. Boom. All right, like I said in the chat, if you have any questions, concerns, tell me that I'm crazy in the membrane, just let me know. See, I actually had Secret Agent before a lot of people in this category. So for this one, it's Sinners, Sentimental, Marty Supreme Was Just an Accident, Secret Agent. I know I have It Was Just an Accident. I do think now it is going to go to Sinners. And if Panahi is going to win, I still think director, I'm going for a crapshoot. So let's put Sinners at number 1. It Was Just an Accident at number 2. Why was it not working? Come on. There we go. Sentimental Value, sure. Marty Supreme, Secret Agent. I think the one to watch out for is Sorry Baby. I mean, I haven't seen Secret Agent, but I think Sorry Baby might have a chance to make it. But again, I think that's a kind of a safe category right here. All right, next one, Best Casting. Sinners, One Battle, Hamnet, Sentimental, and Marty Supreme are the top 5. I still have Weapons in there, which I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but I think it has a good chance of getting in there. Sentimental Value, I know some people are putting in there because a lot of actors and actresses are going to be in there, but I don't know. Something about Weapons just feels cooler. Maybe that's just why I just want to be a cool cat on the block. I mean, even a Hamnet, like, you have the kids, so yeah. I mean, we know that the first 3 are in there. Marty Supreme does have a solid thing as well, but why not? I'm going to go stick with it. You have to have some crazy ones. And I think Weapons here is a pretty solid, fun one, right? All right. Cinematography, according to Gold Derby, it's Sinners, One Battle, Hamnet, Frankenstein, Train Dreams, and then Marty Supreme and F1. I think Sinners, Battle, Hamnet, and Frankenstein are pretty solid. The question is what's going to get in there. Is it going to be Marty Supreme, Train Dreams, or F1? I mean, Train Dreams is a pretty gorgeous film, so I'll have to, succumb to that and put Train Dreams in there. Even though, like I said, Train Dreams was a fine film for me, it just didn't, hit me emotionally as it did with other films. All right, next, costume design. We have Frankenstein, Wicked, Sinners, Hamnet, Testament. According to me, I have Marty Supreme over Anna Lee. And I do think I'm going to keep it that way. I think Testament Anna Lee is just dying through and throughout. No one's seen it. It's not in any theaters near me. So I'm going to keep with Marty Supreme with this one. All right, best film editing. I had F1 in here already. Interesting. So, One Battle, Sinners, Marty Supreme, Hamnet, F1, and No Other Choice. I took Sinners out because I don't know, something about it just wasn't feeling it with me, but maybe it is. I think No Other Choice has just dropped drastically, so there's that, and I think Sinners, a lot of people are just going to put in Sinners, so let's keep those 5. I think F1, though, is pretty solid to get in this category for sure. So One Battle, Marty Supreme, Hamnet, F1, and Sinners. All right, best hair and makeup. As you can tell, I made some screw-ups that only 2 of my picks actually made it in. For example, Weapons didn't get into this category. Very interesting. I took Smash Machine out. I took Sinners out because hair and makeup. Like, what was the hair and makeup in here? But if you look at this Japanese film, that might get it in there. The Ugly Stepsister's pretty damn good for makeup as well. So I'm going to go bonkers on those 2. And wait, what? Oh, I got to take these off. Sorry. Go that way. And I like this one. I like the Ugly Stepsister. You got to put some fun one with this makeup category. So for the 5th one, are they going to go hard in Sinners? Or are they going to go like Smash Machine? because I think one battle after another, like, what was the hair and makeup in that movie? Let's be honest. Sean Penn's face? I mean, sure, but I don't know. But do I go with Sinners or do I go with Smash Machine? Smash Machine does have The Rock for the prosthetics. The Sinners has blood. Uh, I think I'm going to have to go with Sinners just because that is going to be the category or the movie people are going to want to over nominate. All right, so we have that. All right, next one is Best Production Design. Frankenstein, Sinners, Wicked, Hamnet, and Avatar. I took Avatar out. Like I said, I just don't feel it. I never had it in there. I think Mario Supreme's good, right? I think this is a good one. I think no changes with this one whatsoever. Frankenstein, Hamnet, Wicked, Sinners, Mario Supreme. To me, that's a pretty solid choice right there. All right, next we have Best Score. Sinners, Battle, Hamnet, Frankenstein, Mario Supreme. Surratt is the interesting one that I think we need to watch out for. Surratt had made a lot of shortlists, so I find that very interesting. And sorry for the cough. Again, acute bronchitis. But for this, I only made one change when I saw the Oscar shortlist. I did put Surratt in sound because Warfare didn't get in. I think that is crazy in the membrane for Warfare to not get in. Makes no sense. So best score, Sinners, One Battle, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Frankenstein do make sense. But watch out for Surratt to get in there. F1, sure. But I think this is a safe 5 right here. Next is Song. So I haven't made songs. This is new. So let's look what people think. All right. I think Golden will win. I hated all Wicked songs. But sure. Ladio's going to get in there. Diane Warren. So the question is, are they going to go something crazy or Train Dreams? This is a weird category, right? Because there's always a weird ass pick. Are they going to choose Tron? Are they going to choose F1? I don't think so. Will they choose Billy Idol? Will they choose something weird? I don't know. Will they choose Battle of Wallace Island? I don't know. Train Dreams, I'm trying to remember the song. I just don't remember the song. But let's just put it on there because it seems like that's the safest bet. Sure, why not? All right, next we have Best Sound. Like I said, this is the one where since Warfare didn't make the shortlist, makes no gosh darn sense why it didn't make the shortlist. Makes 0 sense whatsoever. So, F1, Sinners, One Battle. I think Avatar's done. But I have it in there. No, Avatar actually did sound pretty damn good when I'm talking about. I think Surratt has a chance getting in there. So there we go. But the question is, no, let's keep it. Let's keep this. F1, Avatar, One Battle, Sinners, Surratt. I think this is a fun one to do. Anything else, I mean, it could make it in there. But with Surratt making so many short lists, why not? Visual effects. Look, Lost Bus made the short list. I was very few people would actually say that. So I got to keep it on there, right? But of course, Avatar, F1, Frankenstein, Superman, and Wicked for Good are the top 5. I do think Lost Bus gets in there. I think Wicked doesn't get in there. The Wicked just isn't good in my opinion. So let's just keep it there. So have some fun with this category. What else made it though? Electric State, Jurassic World, Tron. I mean, Tron did look pretty damn good. Let's be honest. Sinners, nah. All right. Next, we have Best Animated Feature. K-pop's winning. Then Zootopia. Argo, Little Amelie. I'm still going Demon Slayer. Right? I feel like that is one. Elio, I'm just not feeling it. I think Demon Slayer, with all of international and it making over like 700 million worldwide, I think Demon Slayer has a damn good chance to make it in there. So I think this is a safe category. K-pop, Zootopia, Argo, Little Amelie, and Demon Slayer. Have some fun with that one, right? All right, what do we got next? We got Best Doc, right? So when looking at these docs, I've only seen really 2 docs this year. I've seen The Perfect Neighbor and The Tale of Cylon. It's the one about northern Greece. Great doc about a bird and a family, but that didn't make it in. But I think The Perfect Neighbor is very overrated for what it's trying to do, but it's probably going to win because of gun control, even though Stand Your Ground has nothing to do with that case. If you don't know anything about that, they just do. I don't know anything else, but I'm going to go with Putin. Why not? And there's one movie that's like a part one that I think has a chance to make it in there. Or maybe it didn't make it in there. Let's just go with Come See Me in the Good Light. Whatever. I don't know any of these, but let's just stick with those 5. All right, next. Can you guys see this? Should I zoom in a little bit? Have I failed you guys on that part? All right, look at the international. I had Surratt over a lot of other people. Look at that. So it was just an accident. Sentimental value, no other choice. Secret Agent, Surratt. I think those are the 5. Nothing more, nothing less. I think that's a pretty easy one, right? All right, next we have Best Animated Shorts, and I haven't seen any of these damn ones. So hopefully when they do come to theaters, I will review them. But it looks like they're going to go with the top 3. I want to do this real quick. Actually, let's go to Letterboxd and put these in and see what some of the people in the Letterboxd are saying. Letterboxd. EIRU. Let's look at this together. EIRU. It has absolutely. It's a 3.6. So we have a 3.6 with this movie. Interesting. I'm going to go with the high one. So we have Snow Bear. What do we got for Snow Bear? This has a 4.3, so that's huge. 4.3, that's 100% in. Then we have Butterfly Pavilion. Butterfly. We're doing this on the fly together. You get what I see there? Butterfly Pavilion. Here we go. All right, what do we got here? We got 3.8, so that has a little bit better. So let's try these next 4. Autocar. All right, what do we have for Autocar? This is boring to you. I'm sorry. 3.7, so that's better than 3.6, so I'll go with that one. And Forever Green. All right, Forever Green. We got a 3.7. Ooh, that's good animation. I kind of like that. So let's go with Forever Green. And the last one, The Girl Who Cried Pearls. Let's see if that's a higher or lower than the 3.6. The Girl Who Cried Pearls. All right, what do we got? The Girl Who Cried Pearls. Ooh, kind of looks creepy. 3.7. Screw it. We're doing it. 3.6 doesn't make it in there. So there we go for the 5. So I don't have the first one. Is that a crazy choice? Best doc short is I have 2 more. Doc short and live action. Wow, it looks like this is for sure. That's the shooting one. If all 4 of those are that high up, let's do it. Let's see what Cashing Out and Classroom 4. Let's do those 2. Classroom 4? What's Classroom 4 about? Doc about federal prisons, so 3.5. I'm sorry, federal prisons, you're in there for a reason. I'm a higher. I like bringing mental institutions back. I know it sounds weird, but we have too many crash outs on the street, and the 2%ers are just ruining the world. Cashing Out is a one about the AIDS crisis. Children Know More. I'm not feeling the AIDS crisis. Children Know More. The problem is the other 2 I just looked at were both 3.5s. I gotta look for higher than 3.5. Whoa, that's a huge curve. Tel Aviv, war and their opposition to genocide. God damn it. This stupid, like, bad hostage. I'm not feeling any of those. Like, I'm tired. I mean, I know it sounds awful. I'm tired of the Gaza stuff. I'm sorry. At a point, your movies ain't going to do nothing. A lot of these people don't really know what's happening in the real world. And it's first world problems, and they just think they know what's happening, like Venezuela as well. Like, all the liberals are kind of on the street, like, now they're pro-dictator now. Kind of makes crazy. Ooh, okay. I kind of like this. Origins of a threat. Let's go bad hostage. Let's go bad hostage and go fun with that one. All right. So next one, I think is my last one, right? So it looks like a lot of people are liking the first three. So let's go with that. But now let's go with the last two. And Jane Austen's period drama, two people exchanging saliva, rock, paper, scissors. All right, let's do the first one. A-M-A-R-E. A-M-A-R. Did I spell that right? There's a lot of them. 3.5. Yeah, that's the right one. 3.5. A friend of Dorothy. Oh. Computer went a little bit crazy, people. 3.5, 3.6. I like the 3.6 over. All right, rock, paper, scissors, and two people exchanging saliva. Rock, paper, scissors. Boom. All right. Based on true story. 4.0. That's kind of big. That's kind of big. And then two people exchanging saliva. Let's just do two people exchanging. All right, and this is a 3.9. Kissing is punishable by death. Huh. I like rock, paper, scissors. Do I go with, like, seems like two people exchanging saliva is doing pretty damn good. So let's do with Aldo and the boy with white skin, because 3.9 is pretty high, people. I was not expecting that. 3.3. Okay, that's off. That's off. Boom. We're going Beyond Silence, the boy with white skin, the friend of Dorothy, rock, paper, scissors, and two people exchanging saliva. I think, well, let's just go with it. Screw it. And we're locking this sucker in. And I think we are officially done. I saved all of them. So that is it. 30 minutes of just listening to me talk and cough. And I'm sorry about that. But there we have it. Those are my Oscar nominations for this category, or for everything. Am I right, wrong? Who the freak knows? Cheese like here, the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of those Butontopia, you Blue Futonians. Thank you for watching. A great day. I'm going to say tomorrow, week, month, year from now. I love every single freak one of you. Peace and love, peace and love. And let me know if you think these are crazy choices. And I am, again, very sorry.